The Spirit brought me the Love is a Verb song. Um, I was raised on music. I really was. I saw that line and I was like, yeah, I was raised on music. Like, it seems like every moment of my life there has been music blaring and it's followed me in so many ways. And right now, my mom, she's the one who took me to the hospital first thing in the morning, when daybreak. She's asked me if I wanted to go last night, and I was like, no, because it was storming. And, I didn't want to put her in danger, because, with the rain at night, you can hydroplane, plus she don't need to be driving at night. I don't want to put her in danger just because I'm going through something. I mean, if it was truly, a life or death situation, yes. However, I felt bad. I was anxiety. I was not doing good. However, I knew it wasn't a life or death situation. So, and then, she made me a potato for dinner, and she's been so good to me in so many ways. And, and she expresses that through actions, not words. She's there. She's not all trying to tell me how she feels about things. She just does. When she's we don't have a great past. However, she has expressed in so many ways, love for me, and I am so grateful and thankful for that, because I needed that. I needed that one in my corner. And I say to those, you never know how or when, true love is going to come into your life. But I'm so thankful for my mom. I am. I'm thankful because I needed that. I did. It can be such a hard, dark world out there, but when you have love in your corner, it just seems brighter. When you give love, it just seems to make the world just a little bit more clean. And I'm so grateful, because the last time I was sick and I was hospitalized, I was all by myself. I love my grandma, but I had called her up because I was in Arkansas and she was in Texas, and she just, treated me like I was nothing, and I was in intensive care, I was sick, I was going through a lot, and just to be put off, and, and I didn't have anybody, I was trying to keep myself up to a certain thing so I could see my kids, but even when I was hospitalized, I didn't get not a peep out of them, and I tried to get a hold of them, and then, the man I had fallen in love with, I didn't hear a peep out of him, because he's too busy being in bed with somebody else, and didn't want me around because I just told him the truth, and I didn't want to be a part of his ways, I didn't want to be a part of that herd of debauchery and adultery and fornication and cheating and lying and all that. So, I know what it's like to feel the darkness. I do. I know what it's like to receive cold from the world. And it was a struggle, but I kept moving in love. And as I traveled in my van, what I would do was I'd get in my onesies, or I'd put a little outfit on, and I'd just walk down the road and I'd dance and I'd wave at people, and I'd try to, show love through expression. And you can show love in this world in so many ways. But you know what? Don't give up just because you get cold. Don't let this world bury you in ice, because it can. There are those out there that will gather together to try to come against you and around you, so that way they cut you off. I call those demons and devils of the world. They might be in human skins, but underneath it all, they are in a dark place, and they want to pull you into that dark place too. And, you know, it's not easy. It's not easy. But I know what it's like. We all go through our phases. Don't take your career so, seriously, or, religion or politics. You know why? Because all of those will leave you in cold. They put you in a box around other boxed in people, and you think you care and you share. But the truth is, when you put yourself in a box with others and you you exclude the rest of the world and say, well, if they don't walk like we do, dress like we do, talk like we do, then we're not for them. But we'll put on a nice face and we'll do charities. You ain't doing nobody any good. Love does not hide itself in a bushel, which is a box. It doesn't hide itself from the rest of the world. It gets out there and it shines. Even in the darkest hour, it shines. And, to have my mom in my life has really been wonderful in all ways. And I will say that. I'm thankful and grateful for her in so many ways. And I do my best to reciprocate that, help her out and stuff. And honestly, I feel like she has helped me way more than I've helped her. And, there, in age, there's exactly 20 years difference. I'll be 44 and she's 64. And, I'm just as strong as her if I'm in this world that long, and I hope that I'm that gracious and, just keep on going, because she has a loving and kind heart, and she is wonderful. That's all I gotta say. Anyways, I will speak of what things have happened in my past, but I don't hold any ill will towards my mom, and she's totally forgiven. I just speak truth about past and what past situations I've gone through, because no matter what, people make mistakes and they fuck up, and nobody's a perfect mom. We just all have our own issues. We all get caught up in this world. And that's what I gotta say out there, is that don't hold the past against others, and don't hold the past against yourself. Don't beat yourself up because you've made some bad decisions, because that was all in the past. Move forward, and you don't need anybody to save you, or you don't need to praise anybody's name. There are beings in this world that you can ask for help, but you don't have to put them above you. Just like I asked the Lord of the land to go before me. That doesn't mean I put him above me. It just means I ask him to go before me to clear out, the darkness. And that's what I say to all those people that are worshiping gods in religion or in politics or sports or whatever. Don't put those above you. There's no sense in it, because it doesn't matter. Nobody is above anybody else. When I say I wear the highest crown, I wear the highest crown for Wendy Dawn, me. And nobody else can have my crown, because there's only one me. You can't compete for that. You can't be like me. So I say to those out there, be in your highest crown. Ask for help in all realms, the spiritual realm, the light realm, the heart realm. We all come together to make ourselves, and we all come in different we all were in different pieces before we came together. And I have been avoiding receiving help in the physical realm, just because of what I went through. You know, I was reluctant to go to the doctor or the hospital, and I'm still not going to run. You know, I'm still not going to, you know, if I need it, then it's there, you know. However, I'm not going to be reluctant when it comes to, you know, being healthy for my body. And look, I get it out there. Y'all get so ran down that y'all don't think it's worth it. You're like, you know what? Nobody cares about me, so I'm not going to worry about it. But that's not true. You need to love yourself. You need to care for yourself. You need to be for yourself. And you need to ask, you know, and reconnect with those that love you. Don't let darkness divide you against those you love. That's all it is. Don't let darkness divide you against those you love. You know, if you got something to say, go say it. Don't be afraid. Don't have fear. Don't get into groups that keep you isolated from the rest of the world. Don't look at your group or your friends as being above others, because they're not. You know, because they make mistakes too. Those church people make mistakes. So don't sit there and you cut yourself off from the rest of the world and just be for them. Don't do it. It's time we all embrace each other in unity and love. And I've been working on that every day, you know, every day. And I get it. In this world, there's so many, you know, they'll put the rich above them because they're like, well, they got money, so they must be better than me. No, they're not. They're on the same playing field as you. They just put themselves out there to get that money. You know, don't look at politics as them being above you. No, they just put themselves on a platform above you. Don't let them do it. Just say, no, I don't. You know, if they want to sit there and govern, you know, certain things in the land, that's fine, but don't let them govern your life. Don't think that they're going to change what's good for you. Just keep moving in life. Be good to yourself. Don't look at celebrities and go, oh, they must have everything going on, because the truth is they don't. So don't put people above you. They're just regular people. They're putting on a show. They're acting. They're, you know, being a part of that limelight so they can get paid and leave. Love yourself and love those in humility, and be humble when you love others. Like I love my mom, you know. I'm not ashamed of her. You know, I grew up a certain way, but I was never ashamed of being poor. I was just ashamed of the way my stepdad and mom acted because of their behaviors. And I don't know if it was embarrassing. It was a simple fact is I put up with a lot of abuse, and I was embarrassed because they were my parents, because I thought I deserved better. However, my mom has proven how wonderful she is in my life, you know. And we all make mistakes. You know? We do. So be forgiving. You know, and not everybody might have that situation. However, people do change. You know, over time, I've changed over time. You know, I went through experiences. I've learned to be humble, humility as I go. You know, I've learned to put things away that were bad for me. And, you know, and I don't put myself above others. If someone right now, you know, was sitting there, you know, into prostitution or drugs or whatever, which pretty much is all the people out there, it don't matter what level you're on or how much you make in that, I wouldn't judge them. I would welcome them. You know, if someone talked behind my back, you know, in the past, you know, I would welcome them in love. However, I wouldn't let them do it again. If they were abusive towards me, you know, I would just be cautious, but I would still show love. But that doesn't mean you have to, you know, let them be a part of your life. That just means you show them love and forgiveness and say, you know what, I get it. But I'm still going to be cautious of you because of your past actions. Not judging, but you always be cautious of people's past actions and those red flags. You can tell someone's, honestly trying to walk right, or they're just trying to feed you a bunch of bullshit. My mom gets up every day to be better and to make herself better. And even more so since, we've reconnected. And I see a big difference in her love, in her life, and how she treats me, how she treats herself. It's just a big difference. And sometimes those people just need that forgiveness and to be let known that it's okay that they fucked up, because we all fucked up. I wasn't a perfect mom, but I did my best. That's what I can say to my daughter. I did things that, fucked up, but I tried not to, I tried not to let her go through the things I went through, but we all go through our shit. And I'm not going to feel guilty over that anymore, because I don't want my mom feeling guilty about that. And I don't want other people to feel guilty. If you're doing your best every day, then don't feel guilty or shamed, and don't carry that burden around. Accept the past, say, own it, say, yeah, I fucked up, and then move forward and say, you know what, I'm not in that spot anymore. I'm not doing those things anymore. I'm not saying those things. I'm not hanging around those people. I'm not fucking with that job. Move forward and let that shit go. Anyways, just like today, I went and got a shot to get the bugs out of my system, basically. I suggest y'all do that spiritually, mentally, emotionally, is to get the bugs out and just get them out of your mind. Quit letting them wiggle and crawl and eat at your mind. Get them out your heart. Quit letting them eat and wiggle in your heart. Clean out your spirit and quit letting them bring you down in spirit, and just throw them away and say, you know what, fuck you. I'm doing my best. I'm doing my best. Don't let the wiggly crawly things eat you from the inside out.